Have you ever tried your absolute best to achieve your dreams, only to feel like they keep slipping further away? Do you notice how the more you stress, control, or cling to something, the more it seems to resist you? Picture this: a child chasing a butterfly. The harder they run, the farther it flies. But when they stop and simply breathe, something magical happens. Welcome back, seekers of wisdom. Today, we're about to uncover a powerful secret, one that could completely shift how you pursue your goals and fulfill your deepest desires. It's a truth the ancient Stoics knew well. Sometimes, the path to achieving more is letting go. It sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? In a world that glorifies hustle, grinding, and relentless focus, the Stoics offered a radically different perspective. Philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca taught us that the key to receiving what we truly want often lies not in grasping tighter, but in loosening our grip. Let's go back to that child and the butterfly. As long as the child chases it, the butterfly flutters away, just out of reach. But when the child pauses, relaxes, and embraces the moment, the butterfly lands gently on their shoulder. That simple, beautiful scene captures the essence of detachment. When we cling too tightly to outcomes, we unknowingly create resistance. We block the natural flow. And yet detachment doesn't mean giving up. It's not apathy. It's a subtle yet powerful shift from forceful pursuit to calm trust, from controlling everything to aligning with the rhythm of life. It's about showing up fully, doing your part with heart and excellence, and then letting go. Trusting that what's meant for you will find its way, often in the most unexpected forms. So get ready to expand your mind and challenge the usual ways of thinking, because up ahead, we'll dive into timeless Stoic wisdom that reveals how to attract abundance, joy, and success without strain or struggle. In the last section, we explored how letting go, rather than clinging, can actually bring your dreams closer. Now let's take that insight a step further and apply it to real areas of life. Because detachment isn't just a nice idea, it's a way of living. Think about it. Your projects, your relationships, even the goals that keep you up at night. These are the very places where attachment creeps in and begins to weigh you down. But what if you gave everything your best, poured your heart and soul into your work, then simply released your grip on the outcome? Let the universe do its thing. The power of surrender, opening up to infinite possibilities. When we detach from the need to control results, something incredible happens. We begin to open ourselves to a vast field of possibilities, ones we couldn't have imagined if we had forced things to happen our way. We become more receptive to unexpected doors opening, to chance encounters that shift our path, to creative breakthroughs we never saw coming. As modern spiritual teacher Michael Singer puts it, the moment you stop trying to control everything, you can finally appreciate everything. In surrendering to life's flow, we don't lose power. We gain access to a deeper well of peace, joy, and fulfillment. It's like moving from turbulence into still water, where everything becomes clearer and more effortless. Building your detachment muscle. Tips for letting go. How do you actually practice detachment in everyday life? Like any muscle, it takes repetition and intention. Here are some simple but powerful ways to begin. Focus on the process. Instead of obsessing over the end result, bring your attention to the step you're taking right now. Enjoy the moment. Savor the journey, not just the destination. Practice. Acceptance. Acknowledge that some things are simply out of your control, and that's okay. Acceptance doesn't mean defeat, it means clarity. Trust the universe. Have faith that things are unfolding in your favor, even if it doesn't look exactly like you imagined. The timing, the path, it might surprise you. Cultivate gratitude. Ground yourself in the present. Appreciate what's already here. Gratitude naturally shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Surrender to the flow. Let go of the need to micromanage your life. Allow events to unfold. Trust that you are being guided, perhaps not by force, but by wisdom. Remember, detachment is not passivity. It's not about stepping back and doing nothing. It's about intentional action combined with trust. It's knowing when to act and when to release. And when you master this balance, doing your best and letting go, you begin to live in a space where life flows more effortlessly, where manifestation becomes less about forcing and more about inviting. So go forth. Embrace this Stoic art of effortless manifestation. Let go of the tight grip, trust the current, and watch as your desires unfold. Not always how you expected, but often more beautifully than you ever imagined. Previously, we explored how aligning your energy, rather than chasing outcomes, can unlock a more natural and powerful way to attract the life you desire. Now, let's go even deeper into what that alignment truly means. It's about realizing something profound. Your desires are not separate from you. They're not out there somewhere, floating beyond reach. They're already part of the universal energy that flows through you. When you surrender to that flow, when you stop resisting and start trusting, you allow life to bring you the experiences, relationships, and resources that are meant for your highest good. Modern-day icons like Oprah Winfrey speak often about this truth. She reminds us, you don't become what you want, you become what you believe. And that belief, that inner alignment, is the bridge between wanting and receiving. So if you truly believe in your ability to attract what you desire, if you trust that life is working with you, not against you, you open the door to a world of possibilities far greater than what effort alone can create. Building your attraction. Power. Tips for effortless manifestation. You may be wondering, okay, but how do I actually shift from chasing to attracting? Great question. Here are some simple yet powerful practices to help you strengthen your magnetic energy. Clarity. First, get crystal clear on what you really want. What kind of job lights you up? What qualities do you seek in a partner? What kind of life would make you feel alive and fulfilled? Visualization. Close your eyes and see it. Picture your ideal life in vivid detail. Imagine yourself living it, feeling the emotions, sensing the joy, confidence, and peace that come with it. Affirmations. Speak your truth daily. Use powerful affirmations that reinforce your belief in your ability to attract what you want. Say them out loud, with conviction, not just repetition. Gratitude. Start and end your day with thankfulness. Appreciate the blessings you already have. This shifts your frequency from lack to abundance, and abundance attracts more abundance. Inspired. Action. Take real steps toward your goals. Show the universe that you're committed, not by forcing, but by acting from inspiration and joy. Release control. This one is big. Let go of needing things to happen your way and on your timeline. Trust that the universe's plan is not only wiser, but often far better than what you imagined. Embrace the journey. Don't just wait for the finish line. Celebrate small wins, learn from the setbacks, and trust the unfolding. The process is part of the magic. Attracting what you want isn't about pushing the universe into submission. It's about tuning yourself to the frequency of what you desire so that it naturally finds its way to you. That's when manifestation becomes effortless, because you're no longer swimming upstream. So let go of the chase, my friend. The universe is more generous than you think. When you're open to receive, it begins to pour blessings in ways you never expected. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more wisdom, and tap the bell so you never miss an episode. And if this message resonated with you, drop a keep it up in the comments and share it with someone who needs to hear this. In the previous section, we explored how aligning with life's flow can uplift us, even when things seem to fall apart. Now, let's look at how those very obstacles can become powerful tools for transformation. Because here's the truth. Every challenge you face carries within it a hidden opportunity, an invitation for self-reflection, personal growth, and inner strength. A painful breakup, it might be the mirror that helps you see your worth more clearly or define what truly matters in a relationship. A sudden health scare, that could be the turning point that wakes you up to better habits, self-care, and prioritizing your well-being. Life doesn't just happen to you, it happens for you if you're willing to look deeper. Modern Stoic writer Ryan Holiday captures this perfectly in his powerful mantra. The obstacle is the way. In other words, the very thing you think is holding you back might just be the thing that propels you forward. The quantum connection, vibrational alignment. And this isn't just philosophical talk, it's backed by science. Quantum physics teaches us that everything in the universe is made up of energy, all vibrating at different frequencies. That includes your thoughts and your emotions. When you focus on fear, lack, or resentment, your energy lowers, and you attract more of the same. But when you shift toward love, gratitude, and hope, your entire frequency rises, and suddenly, you're a magnet for better experiences. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a renowned stem cell biologist, says it beautifully. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. That means, by simply shifting your mindset, you can literally change your biology and open the door to a more positive, empowering life. Building your upliftment mindset. Tips for embracing the flow. So how do you build this mindset of upliftment? How do you keep rising, even when life throws curveballs? Here are some grounded, actionable tips. Reframe challenges. Train your mind to see obstacles as teachers. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Practice gratitude. Even in the midst of chaos, there's always something to be thankful for. A warm meal, a kind word, a breath of fresh air. Gratitude grounds you in abundance. Trust the universe. Even when you can't see the full picture, have faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. Often, clarity comes later. Embrace change. Don't resist what's evolving. Change is not the enemy. It's the engine of growth. Let it take you somewhere new. Cultivate resilience. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Build your inner strength by reminding yourself, this too shall pass, and I will rise. Connect with your purpose. When your actions align with your values, life feels more meaningful. Purpose turns pain into power. Now let's be real. Being uplifted at every turn doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. Life is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes downright unfair. But embracing this mindset is about choosing to see the good. It's about trusting the process, flowing with the tides, and letting your challenges shape you, not break you. So, keep walking the Stoic path of alignment. Keep trusting that life is guiding you, not randomly, but purposefully, towards your highest good. And as you do, you'll witness how the universe begins to unfold its magic. One step, one challenge, one breakthrough at a time. In our last segment, we explored how even life's toughest challenges can uplift and transform us if we shift our perspective. Now let's turn the lens inward and examine something that drives much of our journey through life: our desires. Where do they come from? Why do some uplift us while others seem to lead us astray? And most importantly, how do we know which ones are worth following? The dual nature of desire. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher and statesman, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." A powerful reminder that it's not lack, but uncontrolled longing that breeds dissatisfaction. When we cling too tightly to our desires, or chase them blindly without reflection, they can become a source of pain, frustration, even emptiness. But the Stoics didn't suggest we rid ourselves of all desires. Far from it. They believed desire could be a powerful force for growth, a catalyst for self-improvement, if we approach it with awareness. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor-philosopher, wrote, Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or our dispositions. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes, the obstacle to our acting. In essence, our desires can fuel meaningful action, so long as we remain mindful of our motives and flexible enough to adapt when life throws us off course. Nature versus nurture. Where do desires come from? But that leads us to a timeless question. Where do our desires actually come from? Are they hardwired into our DNA, ancient impulses tied to survival, pleasure, and reproduction? Or are they shaped by our environment, our upbringing, culture, media, and social expectations? Philosophers and scientists have debated this for centuries. On one hand, biology clearly plays a role, but on the other, we are constantly bombarded by external messages, telling us what we should want, what success should look like, even what happiness ought to feel like. And yet, there may be something even deeper at play. The Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung introduced the idea of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of symbols and archetypes that influence our thoughts, emotions, and yes, even our desires. It suggests that some of what we yearn for might not come from society or biology, but from something more timeless, more universal. Real-world desires, from careers to the soul. The real world, our desires range from the practical to the profound. We may long for a successful career, financial stability, vibrant health, or a loving relationship. These are common and natural, but some desires go deeper, like the yearning for purpose, spiritual growth, or a sense of peace within ourselves. Some of these cravings may seem superficial at first glance, but others feel like they come from our very soul, an inner calling we can't quite explain. So how do we tell the difference? Start with curiosity. Ask yourself, where is this desire coming from? Is it born from ego, or is it aligned with your values? Will it truly bring you long-term joy or just momentary satisfaction? By reflecting on the source of our desires, we begin to make wiser, more conscious choices about what to pursue and what to release. The Stoic way, aligning desires with virtue. So what does Stoic philosophy teach us about desire? It doesn't call for repression or denial of our human impulses. Instead, the Stoics invite us to align our desires with virtue. That means choosing goals that are grounded in reason, in harmony with nature, and beneficial to both ourselves and others. It also means letting go of cravings that are harmful, excessive, or built on illusions, like vanity, greed, or social approval. When our desires reflect our highest values, not our fleeting urges, we move from being controlled by our wants to being guided by wisdom, and that, according to the Stoics, is where true freedom begins. In our previous lesson, we discovered that when we align our desires with virtue, they stop controlling us and instead begin guiding us toward a richer, more meaningful life. Now, let's take the next step. How do we navigate those desires day by day and use them as a compass for growth? Because let's face it, desires can be complex, even contradictory. One moment, we're yearning for deeper purpose. The next, we're distracted by temporary pleasures. So how do we tell the difference between a soul-guided desire and a fleeting impulse? Building your desire. Compass, tips for navigating your inner world. Here are some practical, powerful ways to steer through your inner landscape with wisdom and clarity. Self-reflection. Take quiet time to examine your true desires. What do you really want beyond what society tells you? What energizes you? What makes you feel most alive and aligned? Examine your values. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What kind of person do I want to be? When your desires match your core principles, you create a path that feels authentic and deeply satisfying. Challenge your assumptions. Are your desires based on truth or on illusion? Are you chasing someone else's dream? Question whether your goals are realistic, meaningful, and in harmony with your deeper self. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your emotional responses when desire arises. Do they bring peace or restlessness? Are they rooted in fear, comparison, or love? Seek wisdom. Learn from the Stoics and other great thinkers. Their timeless teachings offer tools to understand desire, not as something to suppress, but as something to guide with purpose. Remember, your desires are not your masters. They are your messengers. By tracing them to their roots, testing them against your values, and refining them through reflection, you gain the power to choose which desires to follow and which to let go. And when you do that, something beautiful happens. Your desires become aligned not only with who you are, but with who you're becoming. In the last section, we uncovered the creative force of imagination, how visualizing positive outcomes can shape your mindset and align you with the life you desire. Now let's take it a step deeper. What if your thoughts and intentions don't just change your mindset, but actually influence the very fabric of the universe? Thoughts, energy, and the quantum field. How intention shapes reality according to quantum theory. Everything in the universe is made of vibrating energy, and the quantum field, this invisible matrix of energy, is what connects all things. But here's the fascinating part. Your thoughts and intentions are also energy. When you focus your imagination on positive outcomes, you're not just daydreaming, you're sending out energetic signals that can interact with this field. In doing so, you're subtly influencing the circumstances, opportunities, and relationships that gravitate into your life. It's not magic, it's alignment. And modern science is slowly catching up to what ancient wisdom has always known. We are co-creators of our reality. So how can you harness your imagination as a tool for transformation? Here are 5 practical tips to help you tap into that inner power. Set aside time for visualization. Even just a few quiet minutes a day can make a difference. Close your eyes and imagine your desired life as vividly as possible. See it. Feel it. Live it in your mind. Create a vision board. Collect images, quotes, or objects that symbolize your dreams and goals. Place it somewhere visible as a daily reminder of what you're calling in. Write your life script. Describe your ideal day, week, or year in full detail, as if it's already real. This process helps anchor your vision in your subconscious mind. Use positive affirmations. Repeat empowering statements like, "I am worthy of success," or "abundance flows to me with ease." Say them with emotion, not just words. Act as if. Carry yourself as if your dreams have already come true. Make choices from that future version of you. That shift in energy alone can create powerful momentum. Remember, your imagination is more than fantasy. It's creative intelligence in action. When used deliberately and consistently, it becomes a bridge between possibility and reality. So unleash your imagination, my friends. Visualize boldly, believe deeply, and start painting your life with the colors of your highest vision. Because the only real limits are the ones we place on our minds. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss what's coming next. And if today's message resonated with you, drop a "keep it up" in the comments below and share this video with someone you care about. In the last lesson, we explored how imagination, when used intentionally, can help shape your reality. But imagination alone isn't enough if you're still carrying around invisible weight, the limiting beliefs and emotional blocks that quietly hold you back. So now, let's talk about a deeper level of manifestation. One that begins not in the outer world, but within. Letting go of the stories that limit you. Many of us walk through life with quiet doubts. I'm not worthy. I'll never succeed. It's too late for me. These aren't facts. They're stories, subconscious scripts we've picked up over the years, often without even realizing it. But what if these mental blocks are just illusions? What if the scarcity, the struggle, the constant self-doubt are simply patterns we've outgrown? By recognizing these beliefs for what they are and releasing them, we make room for something far more powerful. Trust. Trust that we are worthy of love, joy, and abundance. Trust that we're not here to beg the universe for blessings, but to receive what is already ours by nature. Building your inner sanctuary. 8. Tips for peaceful manifestation. So how do you begin to release those internal blocks, cultivate peace, and align yourself with the divine flow of life? Here are some grounding practices to support your journey. Practice mindfulness. Slow down. Observe your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Notice when negativity arises and gently return to the here and now. Embrace. Acceptance. Accept that some things are simply beyond your control. Stop forcing results. Trust that there's a higher intelligence at play, one that sees the full picture even when you don't. Cultivate gratitude. Focus on what is going well, no matter how small. A warm cup of tea, a moment of laughter, a breath of fresh air. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to abundance. Identify and release limiting beliefs. Get honest about the fears and false beliefs that may be holding you back. Challenge them with positive affirmations and real-life evidence that disproves them. Connect with your inner self. Spend time in silence, in meditation, prayer, or journaling. When you listen inward, your true guidance becomes clear. Visualize with feeling. Don't just think about your goals, feel them. Imagine your dreams coming true and anchor yourself in the emotions they bring. Peace, excitement, joy. Take inspired action. Trust doesn't mean doing nothing. Once you've cleared inner resistance, move forward with enthusiasm and confidence. Let your actions reflect the energy of someone who believes. Surrender to the flow. Let go of strict timelines and fixed outcomes. Trust that the universe is orchestrating everything in perfect order, even if you can't see it yet. Embrace the journey, not just the outcome. Finding peace, letting go of negativity, and trusting the divine flow aren't one-time tasks. They're lifelong practices. Some days you'll feel aligned, and other days you'll stumble, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small win, because each moment of surrender is a step closer to your truest self. When you live from that inner sanctuary, you naturally begin to attract more of what uplifts you: love, joy, abundance, meaning. So let go of the struggle, my friends. Step into the gentle, powerful current of trust. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. Previously, we explored how releasing inner blocks and surrendering to the divine flow can unlock peace and abundance in your life. Now, we turn to something just as powerful, something simple yet often overlooked: joy. Joy in the present, a Stoic key to manifestation. Too often, we postpone our happiness. I'll be happy when I reach that goal, when I have more money, when life finally looks the way I imagined. But what if the Stoics and modern science both agree on this one powerful truth? Happiness is not something that happens to us later. It's a decision we can make right now. This doesn't mean we ignore difficult emotions or pretend to be cheerful all the time. Not at all. Real joy isn't about denial. It's about recognition. Recognizing that no matter our circumstances, we always have the ability to shift our focus toward what's good, what's working, what's beautiful, even in the smallest of things. Real world. Joy. From ordinary moments to extraordinary shifts, joy doesn't only come from major milestones. It lives in the everyday. It could be the warmth of the sun on your skin after a long day indoors, the sound of your child's laughter echoing through the house, the taste of your favorite comfort food, the pride you feel after overcoming something hard. The Dalai Lama said it best: happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. That means joy is something we cultivate, moment by moment, choice by choice. When we focus on what brings us joy and act in alignment with our values, we're not just creating a good life, we're tuning ourselves to the exact frequency that attracts our desires. The science of joy, the happiness advantage, and science backs this up. Positive psychology research has shown that joy isn't just a byproduct of success. It's often the precursor to it. Author and happiness researcher Sean Acor calls this the happiness advantage. His findings show that when we're in a joyful state, we become more creative, more resilient, and even more productive. In other words, joy doesn't just feel good, it actively sets the stage for better results in every area of your life. Building your joyful mindset. 7 practices to attract your desires. So how do you start living with more joy today? Here are some simple, powerful practices to help you build a joyful mindset and draw your desires closer in the process. Practice gratitude. Each day, pause to appreciate 3 things you're thankful for. Write them down or speak them aloud. It rewires your mind for positivity. Stay present. Be mindful of your thoughts and emotions. When negativity creeps in, gently shift your attention back to the present moment. Joy often hides in the now. Do what you love. Make space for activities that bring you happiness, whether it's painting, hiking, dancing, or just sipping coffee in silence. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Your environment matters. Spend time with those who support, inspire, and genuinely uplift your spirit. Prioritize self-care. A joyful life is built on a strong foundation. Move your body, eat nourishing foods, rest, and take time for your mental and emotional health. Believe in your dreams. Keep your vision alive with faith. Trust that the universe is moving behind the scenes, even when you can't see it yet. Celebrate your wins. No achievement is too small to honor. Every step forward strengthens your mindset and builds momentum. Joy is the journey. Remember, joy is not the final destination. It's the path. It's the decision to notice the beauty around you, to cherish the simple moments, to dance a little, even when the road ahead is unclear. And when you live with that kind of joy, you naturally begin to attract more of what you truly want, because the universe doesn't just respond to what you ask for, it responds to the energy you live in. In the last lesson, we embraced joy, not as a reward, but as a way of life. We discovered that happiness isn't a final destination, but a present moment choice, one that aligns us more deeply with everything we wish to attract. Now, as we bring this journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect and truly feel into the heart of it all. Let go of the struggle. Embrace the flow. Dear friends, it's time to let go of the worry. Let go of the constant chasing, the doubt, the pressure to force outcomes. Your desires, those deep, soul-guided longings, are not random. They are clues, they are seeds, and they are already on their way to becoming reality. In this episode, we've walked together through the powerful shift from pursuing to attracting, from gripping tightly to surrendering with trust. We've explored how to examine our desires with clarity, release limiting beliefs, align with virtue, and embody joy as a magnetic force. We've also learned a deeper truth. You are not separate from the abundance, love, and success you seek. In fact, those things already live within you. The moment you stop resisting and start aligning, you begin to draw them effortlessly into your life. Trust the process. You're exactly where you need to be. So wherever you are on your journey, whether you feel close to your dreams or far away, know this: your only task is to keep showing up, to stay aligned with your higher self, to embrace the present moment with openness and faith. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with the timing. Trust that the universe is not working against you, but with you, always. Your dreams are not out of reach. They're simply waiting for you to match their frequency. And as you do, life begins to shift, not because you pushed harder, but because you surrendered smarter until we meet again. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the Stoic wisdom of attraction. I hope you walk away not just with inspiration, but with integration, a deeper understanding that you already have everything you need to create a life of joy, meaning, and ease. So keep shining your light, keep trusting your path, and most of all, keep believing that what belongs to you will never pass you by. In our next episode, we'll continue this exploration with practical tools to embody these teachings in daily life. Because knowledge becomes wisdom only when lived. Until next time, my friends, stay grounded, stay open, and remember, your wish is already on its way.